everyone! Today I'll be discussing the meaning of the Tower Tarot card. Now usually I pick a card at random to record a video like this, but this week was a bit interesting for me. I had a significant meditation a few days ago and the Tower was revealed to me, so I felt like this was an appropriate time to discuss its meaning, because I think it's something that we're all meant to kind of prepare for in our own ways. Now, what the tarot card is, as you can see, the Tower. There is a tower in the card. This is a part of the major arcana in most tarot decks, at least the traditionally inclined type of decks. And it means something very drastic and significant is about to happen. Basically, it's not something that's going to be comfortable. It's something that pushes us past our limits. It's something that forces us to change when we ourselves have not been wanting to. But sometimes we need to. Over 11 years ago, when I was first getting into tarot, my mentor at the time kind of gave me a bit of a dramatic yet appropriate example of what this card can mean. And with this particular one, okay, the example goes, say there's this woman who has lived in her childhood home her entire life. She's grown up in that house, she's never moved, and she's well into her adulthood. That is her home. That's all she knows. Everything she owns is in that home. But over time, the neighborhood starts to decline, and it's not necessarily the best place for her to be, and her family and friends are trying to convince her, why don't you just move? Come on, you could go somewhere better, just leave that place. Trying to gently nudge her, but she's like, no, this is my home. This is where I'm not moving. This is everything I have is here. I'm not moving. Well, then one day she comes home to find that everything in her home, the entire home itself, has been burnt to the ground. Now, that's very traumatic in its own way. That's not something she anticipated for. It's not something she wanted. But what it has done is it has forced her to move out of that neighborhood. It has forced her on a new path that she never envisioned herself going on. But the universe knows exactly where it needed her to be. And if she wasn't willing to leave and to listen to the signs and the advice of others, well, you know what? The universe is going to force your hand sometimes. And that's what happens. And so that's kind of the dramatic but appropriate example for what the Tower can represent. Now, I'm not saying that if this card comes up for you in a reading that your house is going to burn down. By no means am I saying that. It's just saying that something dramatic that is unexpected but necessary can happen. And it's not a comfortable thing. It's just that when we, as a collective, if we are ignoring the signs, if we are trying desperately to hold on to what we know and instead ignore what the universe is trying to tell us on a scope of we need to elicit change, we need to move forward in a new direction, the universe is going to make it happen for us one way or the other. So you can take this and look at different proponents in your own life, how this affects you. But I do believe that this is a message for us on a collective, larger scale. So we're heading towards change. We might not all want it, but it's going to be something necessary for us all to grow. All right, so I hope this information is useful and helpful to you. And I hope that even if you're just trying to learn the meaning of the tarot, that this brings some clarity to you in your life. And if you want to find out more information from me, you can follow me on my social media accounts. It's Laura Hypnosis. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I also have a podcast with the lovely Jada Jones, which is called Vivid Vibe Podcast, and there will be a little link in this video. And I look forward to next week's video. We'll see what that one is. Maybe I'll resume doing the at random cards, or we'll see if there's something else if there's another message I have to convey to the world. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a good one. Bye.